So please keep it respectful in the chat box. Make sure that you are also favoring my guests, favoring myself, keeping up with our journeys on here on the app, and just keep it respectful. Another reminder to both my guests today that please refrain from driving or from having kids in the stream. If you're a guest, you're not allowed to be driving or have kids, on here. And just make sure that we're keeping all the community guidelines, what they are, because this is a feature show. And then last but not least, let's all support each other, follow each other on all social media platforms. Make sure that we're all empowering each other, uplifting each other, and just being, uplifting and positive and creating a safe space for everybody. Welcome to Own It. If you're just tuning in, welcome. My name is Cicely, aka That Cuban Girl. This is the feature show Own It that happens here exclusively on the live streaming community of Meet Me every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time or 2 p.m. Pacific Time. And the intention with Own It is so you and I become the best versions of ourselves through owning the uniqueness of who we are. I believe that we all have a story that is worth sharing. Doesn't matter where you come from, what your background, your upbringing is. We all have a story that is worth sharing. And I think that the only way that we can truly do that is by owning who we are, owning the good things about us, the not so good things about us, because we all have duality, right? We all have positives and negatives. That's what makes us human. And none of it is wrong. But as long as we own who we are and we embrace that, as long as it's in a healthy way, right? That's the only way that we can grow. So I just this is just funny, you guys. So you think I'm AI? Wow. This is live, just to remind you guys, but I appreciate the compliment. With that said, I want to introduce you to today's topic because every single Tuesday we have a different topic on the show. And today's topic is the power of knowing and accepting who you are. The power of knowing and accepting who you are. And the reason why I thought this was really, really, really important is that it's very important to truly know who we are, understand who we are, and accept who we are. And we're gonna continue the conversation, with myself and my guests throughout the show. I'm very curious to know what they think about this, even though I'm pretty sure that they're going to agree with me because I know them both. And, I also have their bios. By the way, they inspired the topic of the day today because they're both wonderful streamers. They're both successful in what they do. They're both very talented. And I think if there's anyone out there who can know themselves and accept themselves, is someone who has gone through ups, downs, and still came out the other way good and positive and successful, and they're able to do what they love. So I'm going to ask both my guests to request the guest box, and let me see who does it first. I do want to remind you guys, I do have my comment box on. So I am reading you guys. If you're not respectful, unfortunately, I will have you leave the show, but I am reading the comments. I see everything. I want to say thank you for the favorites. I do want to acknowledge you guys. If I don't address you individually, it's because it's a feature show. And so because it's a feature show, I can't address you individually, but I just want you to know that I'm not ignoring you. I do have my comment box on. Emoji J should be here, taking care, being a bouncer and taking care of people. So yeah, he's definitely here, and I do have other bouncers as well. But yeah, I want to go ahead and correct. It is a feature show, so we already have guests in the lineup. If you guys want to be a guest in a future show, please contact Emoji J, and he will add you to the guest list. Thank you so much, Canada. I love you too. Okay, so let me introduce my first guest of the day. Who is it? Okay, first one who requested. They are from New York City. They call themselves Queen Diva because every time they think of a performer, they think of someone who steals the show. Singer, performer, and mental health coordinator, and RN, with a passion in helping others. And I quote, I always be, I always say, believe in yourself because because nobody or anyone can break you or tear you apart. Everybody, please welcome to Own It, Queen Diva.
Hello.
Hi, how are you, my love? It's so good to see you again.
I know, I'm good. How are you?
Good. How have you been?
I have been amazing since the last time I've been on your show. Like, I feel like I have just like progressed and you know put myself more and more out there. So it's like I'm glad to be here.
Okay, I'm so happy to hear that. So tell me a little bit what's been happening in your life.
Um, I won a couple more shows. I'm also admin for a couple feature shows now. Um, I've hosted my first auction since I've been, on your show, and I'm hosting another one next month. So I mean, a little bit about me. Like you read the bio. For y'all that don't know me, it's just a little bit more about me is like, yes, I am a singer slash performer on the app. Do many different shows. I also help people, you know, become their inner, how should I put it, become their inner diva. When I say inner diva, I mean like, you know, make sure that they channel their their selves how they think a diva is.
So
So
in your own words, I know you kind of said it already, but in your own words, what is a diva?
so to me, okay, so a diva can be anybody. Um, you're a diva because you own what you do. So a diva can be, a diva can be a singer, a diva can be an actor, a diva can be a model, a diva can be a nurse. So for me, I um I had got the name diva back in high school, because of acting. So in my words, a diva to me is somebody not only who steals the show, but somebody that's gonna stay committed and keep pushing and striving and doing everything that they have to do in order to maintain, in order to get to that level, in order to know what they have to do and not let other people, drag them down or tell them what they can and can't do. You keep pushing and striving, and then you too can become a diva. You can call yourself a diva. So that's what a diva is to me.
Yeah, no, and I so agree with that because a diva can literally be anyone as long as you believe you're a diva. Like your definition of a diva could be literally anything.
Right. And
I love.
I feel like people don't understand that, you know, people don't understand that, like you said, a diva can be anything. They just need that little bit of, they need that push. Was like, hey, you got this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
So, what got you into performing, singing, and then streaming? What inspires you?
Um, wow. I have a sickness. I have sickle cell anemia. Um, so I'm constantly sick. Not being able to do many different things that I wanted to do. Um, but I started singing when I was like 5. Um, and just it just kind of like progressed from there. I think what really got me inspired to like singing even more is when I joined musical theater. Musical theater and throughout my high school years. And I was kind of nervous at first, but once you hit that stage and you're given a script and you're given a prompt, it's like um it's like wow. So you become a whole different person. And I know what you're talking. Yeah, I hope you know what I'm talking about, because you say you're an actor too. So once you're given that script and then you have to portray that person in that script, it's like, oh my God. Like, and then once you start reading the script, you get into character, you get into that, you become one with the person that you're supposed to be portraying. And I think like it kind of, what it is for me, as I started loving it and started doing it, and then started, you know, making a name for myself, going to many different places, doing plays, doing skits, doing this for people. And when I pretty much gave up everything, because when I graduated high school, I went to college, and I was pursuing my nursing career and also doing musical theater. I gave up everything to come back and take care of my grandfather. Well, he's still here, but he has dementia, and it kind of pushed me back. But then um, my mom and my grandma was like, "No, don't do that. Like, don't give up on your dreams, because you have to take care of him. We got this. You go on and you make a career for yourself." So um this time, well, yeah, this time last year, I graduated, got my RN, my master's degree in mental health, and just got a new position as a mental health coordinator. And my role there is to, you know, like mental. When people think mental health coordinator, they think that coordinates. Yes, I coordinate, but also my job is to help the peers there, you know, understand like stuff like social skills or building up their affirmations. Because at the end of the day, we all need those daily affirmations. And one of the daily affirmations that I live by every day is, I am somebody. Um, and if you and I encourage everybody in here, everybody in this live today, every morning when you wake up, I want you to go. First thing you do, you say, "Thank you, God. Thank you for giving me that day." But you go in that bathroom and you look in the mirror, and no matter what your affirmation is, it can be, "I am somebody. I am beautiful. I am that." So that that for me, every single morning I wake up and I say those things, and throughout the day, it just motivates me to do everything that I inspired to do that day, and it makes you have a great day, because at the end of the day, I mean, you make your day, and you make your day, and you make your day. The day doesn't make you. So that's
100%. And there's something so powerful about waking up with the right energy and, like you said, saying your affirmations. And not everyone's routine or morning or rituals or whatever you want to call them or belief system is the same. We're all different. But I think there's such a powerful thing that comes with waking up, or even if you don't do it when you wake up, even if you do it throughout the day, with like uplifting yourself through your words, the things you say to yourself. And that is so important. And that comes with not only knowing who you are, because most of the time, let's be real, we don't know who we are, we're still figuring it out, right? But more importantly, accepting who you are. That's where your power lies. And every single day, just agreeing with what you're saying, a way to accept who you are is to also compliment yourself and just understand that you are who you are, and just embrace whoever that is. And you're beautiful and you're talented and you're unique. So yeah, I love that you said that.
And I like I said, I try to tell I call them my patients, but so I teach a peer support group, and really they're called peers. So I tell my peers, the things that I teach some of my peers, like I said, I give them a paper of daily affirmations. Um, we also do things like social skills, like where we do a group. It's like we're doing right now. We're socializing. We're getting to know each other more. We also do things like learning what different mental health illnesses are. It's like some, and it's a lot of them out there. I'm just gonna name a few. Some people suffer with bipolar disorder. Some people suffer with schizophrenia. Some people suffer with just depression. And I think depression is one of the main things, because we all suffer with it. We all suffer with depression.
Yeah.
And I think the way in order to handle that depression is being around people that understands you, being around people that can understand what you're going through, and they say, "Hey, I'm going through the same thing. Let me tell you some of the things that I do to help you, and then maybe you can, guide your way out of it." But that is my thing. I love teaching people. I love, like I said in my when you read about it, I love teaching people. I love motivating them. I love, telling my story of how I became the person I am today. Because um what I learned, okay, so I don't know if you know who Darman is, but I watch a lot of his videos on Facebook, and it says, don't judge a book by its cover before getting to know them or know who they are. So I think you can't just look at a person and be like, you know, oh, they're not nothing, or they're not this. Listen to them, understand them, and then you ask questions and be like, okay, well, you said that, great, right? But this is where I think, you kind of messed up in life, and, with my help, I could guide you to the right path.
And I want to make a quick pause and welcome everybody in who's just tuning in right now. I am so loving all the interactions that we're having in the comment box because somebody said host is a great listener. Yeah, thank you. I'm listening to Queen Diva, but I'm also reading y'all. And the perks of being a woman, being able to multitask. But welcome everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Truly. My name is Cicely. I go by that Cuban girl, and this is the featured show called Own It. And this show is exclusively here on the live streaming community of Meet Me every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. We've been doing Own It for 3 years now. Now in August, I want to say we went featured beginning of September of 2022. So you guys, 3 years of Own It being featured, and I'm so grateful to each and every single one of you. Thank you so every day. So much. Yes, the show is on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So today on Own It, we're talking about the power of knowing yourself and accepting who you are. And both my guests today are no strangers to Own It. They've been on the show before. They're amazing human beings. So I want to invite you to check out their streams, give them love, please favorite them, gift them, do the whole thing, just continue to interact and build this community that we've all built together. This is the point of feature shows, in my opinion, so we can all uplift each other, right, in the community. And the topic of the day is inspired by both my guests because they both have a very extensive bio, which, by the way, Queen Diva, thank you for your bio. You guys gave me so much to work with, but you truly have inspired the topic of the day today, both of you, because you both, even though you have different backgrounds and upbringings and careers, you're both I can tell that you're both people who truly accept yourselves. And I also want to give a reminder, everybody, because it's a feature show, we're not allowed to talk about mental health in depth. And another reminder, this is all our own opinions, okay? But yeah, we're talking about accepting who you are, and Queen Diva had been sharing, the story of, how they've accepted themselves and what they do and everything. But I want to ask you, Queen Diva, with accepting yourself, what is whatever you feel in your heart that you want to share, right? What is something that you've gone through in your life that was really a pivotal moment that you think could help somebody else?
Um, okay, so I love when people ask me this question. So for y'all that don't know, I am trans. Well, some people know I'm a trans from male to female, and had the bottom surgery. But for me, accepting myself, like when I accepted myself, was the time I came out to my family. Well, I will come again a little bit. Okay, so I came out to my family as gay, whatever. Okay, they accepted me with that. When I told them that I wanted to become trans, um, they completely gave up on me. I was homeless for 2 years, and living out on the streets, especially in like a really big city, living out of the street, especially in a big city, you think people, would help you and be like, oh, hey, let me do this for you. Let me do this right here. No. So I remember like it was just that it was cold, really, really cold. Um, People just walk by, they criticize you and everything like that. So I remember this lady helped me, and she told me, she said, hey, well, what are you doing out in the street? You're young. You need to be with your family. And I said, my family don't accept me. And her husband gave me, and I'm in New York, and I traveled all the way to Georgia. And so her and her husband gave me some bus fare to say, you take this, you take this money, go home to your parents. And when you get there, I want you to give us a call and let us know that you made it. So went back to my family. It was like, we've been trying to reach you. We've been looking for you. So they sat me down and they said, is this something that you really want to do? Is this new person that you want to become? Is this who I'm gonna? Is this person gonna define who you are once you become? So once you do that change, there's no going back. And I'm like, yes, this is the person I really want to be. I want to go with this. I want to go through with the surgery. I want to do this. So my uncle was like, okay, you don't have to worry about anything. We'll pay for the surgery. We'll do this. We'll do that. And that's all that I really wanted. I wanted my family to accept me. I wanted my friends to accept me because of my decision that you know, how I define myself as. So once I got the surgery, I became more confident. I became more, it took some time, but I became more positive in myself. It's like, hey, I am a diva. I am a woman. So you don't have to love me. You don't have to like me, but you are gonna respect me. And I think that defines who I am and how I became my inner person because I would listen to the voices and they'd be like, oh, that person's right. Don't do that. No, that person's not right. Because at the end of the day, I'm the one who makes my decisions for my life. I'm the one who guides me. I'm the one who guides myself into the right path in order to maintain that mental stability that I have for myself. So,
Yeah, and thank you for sharing that. And I'm so sorry that that happened to you, but thank you for sharing that. That's definitely not easy. But I love what you said because what I understood was that in your process of accepting yourself, you realize that people don't have to accept you, but they do have to respect you. And that was very powerful that you said that. Because at the end of the day, it starts with respect towards yourself and what your heart wants and what you need, right? And regardless of whether people accept you or like you, that's a part of you accepting yourself, is not really caring about that. So I want to commend you and say thank you for that because that was a huge takeaway. And I want to address something real quick because I've been reading the comments as well, and I just want to clarify something. This is not a mental health conversation. Queen Diva is simply sharing her story on her own experiences. But what we're not allowed to do here is give any type of advice or, but what we can do definitely share our experiences of things that we've been through. So that is absolutely all that we're doing. Cheers. So just wanted to clarify that because I know people are like, oh, you talk about mental health. Not really. It's just a conversation of someone's experience, and your takeaway from that is whatever you want to make of it.
yeah, I
Um,
think about the comments too. I think Crutch said, somebody in the comments said, um, um, Hillbilly Heroin. She said, did you just say mental health is a taboo topic, especially in the discussion is up to yourself? Okay, so I'm gonna touch on that comment. So, like she said, this is not a mental health conversation. All right. You can talk about mental health all you want to, as long as it's about yourself, because nobody knows yourself better than you know yourself. And like I was telling, you don't judge a book by its cover, because that person, what one person can, you know, and when I say mental health is not just, you know, all those things that I named earlier. Mental health can be something you're dealing with inside. Mental health can be dealing with your emotion. It can be physical. It can be spiritual. But you you are the one that controls all of that. If you're feeling sad, you're controlling you feeling sad. If you're feeling mad, you're the one that controls it. So you are in control of what you do in your life. If you let somebody, do bad things to you, you are in control of that. You are in control of yourself. You are the person that has to sit here and say, no, I had enough of it. This has to stop. You are in control, because if you don't speak up, then it's going to continue to drag you down. It's going to continue to, you know, make you feel bad about yourself. You are in control of what you do. So that's what I have to say to everybody. Like I said, you are in control of what you do, and that my like I said, my advice to y'all is you are in control of what you do. Don't let nobody control who you are.
Yeah, and I love the quote that you gave me in your bio. Always believe in yourself because nobody or anyone can break you or tear you apart. And I think that's very powerful as well, because we give permission to make us feel some type of way, right? Yeah. Thank you, Queen Diva. I love having you on the show. I will have you back. You know how it goes at the end of the show if
Mhm.
you're around. But is there anything that you quickly want to shout out for yourself?
So I have a show tonight. I have ABC with Top Badge. Oh my God. ABC, I can't, my mind is going blank, but I am an admin for many different shows. I'm an admin for Role Model Fresh. Acting now every Thursday at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm also an admin for Queen Honey. I'm also an admin and a judge for Ella Upstage every 4 o'clock on Sunday Eastern Standard Time. If you know any singers or people that can sing, hit me up or hit up Among J. Our bios are in my Instagram. My Instagram's in our bio. And also, y'all, I am hosting my third auction next month, September 27th, date night auction. So, just because it says date night doesn't mean you have to have a date. So, the theme is date night. So, dress like you're going on a date. Whether you dress simple or whether it be extravaganza or cute or whatever. I do have a couple slots left. If you want to be a part of it, let me know and I'll get you in. And I'll see you guys in a little
Oh
bit.
yeah, thank you. And Queen Diva, if you want to sing, I'll have you sing at the end of the show. It's up to you though.
I got you. Let me
All
go to the
right.
phone.
Thank you, love. I love that. How amazing was that? I always love talking to I should ask him this before, but I never know if I should go by she, her, or they, but I don't mean no disrespect. So I apologize, Queen Diva. I always forget that about you. But that was so inspiring, right, best friend? I love talking to people on here that are inspiring, uplifting, that are just good-hearted people. There are so many people on this app that are so good-hearted. MC, huge shout out to you. I see you. I see you in the comments. I see you in the comments having my back. Thank you so much. I so appreciate you. You're the best. Everybody go follow MC right now. Every single show, MC is here having my back, supporting the show. You're the best, MC. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Seriously. But before we move on and continue with the next half, that's love. I know. Thank you. I have the best community. Before we go on and continue with the next half of the show, I do want to go ahead and give shout outs. And specifically because today I feel like you guys have been so active on here and I so appreciate it. And I know we've had a couple of trolls or whatever, but y'all know, if you've been here before, I don't pay no mind to those. So it doesn't affect me. But I do want to say we've had so much engagement in the comments today, and I'm just so grateful to you guys because you guys keep coming back to Own It every Tuesday and supporting the show, giving me your energy, listening to my guests, and plugging everybody, uplifting each other. And that's all I want for the show. First time here at Interesting Show. Thank you, Clutch. I hope you come back. I hope you favored me. And please, everybody, I want to invite you to follow me on Instagram. And just, I always post uplifting and inspirational things on my Instagram. I'm trying to really share what I know and my energy and give value to people and uplift people. That's really my purpose. Like, that's all I want to do is uplift people and make everyone feel like they have a safe space and they're welcome, and they can be who they are. So if you want to follow me on there as well, I really appreciate it. But with that said, welcome, welcome, welcome to Own It. This is a feature show that happens here on the live streaming community of Meet Me every single Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time or 2 p.m. Pacific Time if you're on my side of the world. And, you know, I'm really grateful because Own It is turning 3 sometime in September or end of August. I need to I need to really go back to all my scripts. You guys, if you know me, you know I'm very old school and I literally keep binders, with everything written down. Every single guest bio I write down with my own handwriting, and I make sure that I know everyone before coming in here. Like, you know, I read their bios, I come up with a topic that we can all talk about. The least thing I want to do is make the topic of the show something that my guests have no idea, or, you know, I want everybody to have a real space where they can share who they are and talk about things that they know, right? So I have to go back to my old binder and see when we got featured. I know we got featured sometime in September. But anyways, Own It is turning 3 this year, and I'm just so grateful for you guys. So big shout outs to you. Thank you for all the favorites, for being here. Shout out to my top gifters, who they are. Let me see. Let me go to my leaderboard. What is it? I'm gonna do top 3. Number 3, Giwi. Number 2, Spider-Man 420. And number 1, MC. Thank you, you guys. Thank you, my loves. I also want to let you guys know real quick before I invite my next guest. I've been going. This year has been a very transformative year for me, and I've been going through a lot of personal and professional life changes. Thank you, Jay. And so that's why, even though I've wanted to have a set schedule, I haven't been able to, for streaming, I mean, except for Own It, because there's a lot of loose ends that I'm figuring out. Jay knows a little bit, you know. We've talked a little bit about my other stuff that I was doing, but there's a lot of things have happened, and I'm trying to get it all together. But I promise you, once I have a set schedule and I get it all together and I go through these personal transitions, then I will have a set schedule for you guys to connect. Because I know every Tuesday you guys come and we have this amazing energy, and I want to do it more often, but I just wanted to put it out there, okay? But thank you to everybody who's favoring, liking, gifting, just being here. If you're new, please favorite and continue to be here, because I may not be here any other time, but on Tuesdays at 5, I'm always here, okay? So this is where you can find me, or on Instagram. With that said, thank you, best friend. Thank you. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and invite my second guest of the day to the guest box. And let me quickly introduce her. She's also no stranger to Own It. She's been on the show before. And okay, so she is a former massage therapist who recently moved to Alaska. She's starting a brand new career in woodworking, correct me. So, and I quote, this is what she says: over the past 3 years, I went from an apartment to a school bus to owning my own property. Everybody, welcome to Own It, Conspiracy Barbie. How are you?
I'm good. Oh, it's the Virgo.
Oh, you're a Virgo. I'm a Taurus.
Oh no, I'm a Capricorn, but emoji just sent a Virgo gift.
Oh, okay. I thought you were Virgo. Well, you're still an Earth sign, so it still stands. How are you today, my love?
I'm good. How are you? The show's been fun.
Thank you. I'm doing amazing. I'm happy to have you on the show. I know I briefly introduced yourself, but please do so in your own words for everybody who doesn't know you.
Yeah, so I'm Conspiracy Barbie. I got the name because I am a conspiracy truther, and we like to do deep dives on my live. Over the past few years, I have completely changed my life around. I went from being a healthcare professional, owning my own clinics and massaging, into stumbling into loving woodworking. I remodeled my bus, I remodeled my house, and now I'm getting into resin furniture. So I'm in the process right now of completely converting my garage into a woodworking station. I'm going to be starting my first deep pour resin table in probably a week and a half or so. I'm picking a pretty complicated one for my first pour, which is either going to skyrocket my career or completely flop it. So come along for the ride on my live streams. I'm planning on live streaming in the mornings and evenings on this account. So
Let's
that's something.
manifest that it goes amazing for you.
Yes, I'm manifesting. Here, let me show you the table I'm going to be taking on.
Oh yeah, let me see. I love this.
So this is what I decided to do for my first table. I'm an artist and I like to sculpt, so I'm pretty confident I'm going to be able to sculpt my way into making something of this caliber.
Wow, I love that. Love the green too. Yeah. Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I live next to the Kenai River, so I'm going to make it a replica of the Kenai River. I'm going to go get sand and rock and small pieces of driftwood from the actual river itself to incorporate into the table so that I can market it, take home a piece of Alaska with you.
And then obviously you're gonna sell it, but how are you gonna ship it? Like, what do you do?
Well, what I'm hoping to do starting out is selling locally. The shipping logistics from Alaska to the lower 48 is pretty expensive and extensive. So starting out, I'm thinking probably the first year it'll just be local, but I can go all over Alaska. And if I have to do a delivery, say 9 hours away, that's an excuse for a road trip and I'm down.
100%. And I mean, the fact that you're even willing to do that, I love that. Girl, I'm so far from Alaska, but I'm all for it.
I deliver. You're like, oh, road trip.
I love that for you. And I love people, who are entrepreneurs because I'm on the same boat, and I love that a lot of streamers on here, we have that in common. Like, we're definitely entrepreneurs. We have our own businesses, our own things on the side that we do. And that there's so much power and strength in that because not everyone is able to say, okay, I'm going to risk it all and build my passion and do my my passion project, my side, whatever it is. But the fact that entrepreneurs and streamers, like, we just want to be happy doing something we love, and there's power in that, right?
Yeah.
So how do you feel, Conspiracy, about the topic of the day with accepting who you are, the power in accepting who you are?
Through accepting who you are, like from my personal experience, I have stopped trying to mold myself into what other people expect their life to be or what people expect my life to be. And I've started to, I guess, come into my own skin and just do what makes me happy. I feel like it's never too late to do what makes you passionate and happy. And a lot of people, unfortunately, try to shove themselves into a pre-molded version of themselves instead of doing something that they're actually passionate about. Overcoming fear is a big obstacle. Like, everybody always asks me, how did you move to Alaska without knowing anybody? You just got a wild hair in your head and you decided to move 3,000 miles away from everything you knew. And I always tell them, because I did not have fear in the moving process. I knew that I would love it. It was something that has always been my dream. And I don't know, I guess I don't really find myself second guessing my dreams or my ambitions. And I just go for it.
They're so powerful because so many people are stuck in jobs they don't like, in lives they don't like, lifestyles they don't like, because they don't have the enough strength to say, I'm gonna go for my dreams, regardless of age, regardless of gender, regardless of family circumstances, right? So there's so much power in what you just said. I'm curious, why Alaska?
So for me personally, it's kind of like what I see as the last free place in the world. It's the last frontier. There's endless possibility up here. You could literally move up here and decide to go prospecting in a river and get enough money to retire. You can come up here and start businesses because it's not oversaturated. Alaska is one of the last places where you can like really be free. You can even buy an airplane, park it on your property, and go fly willy-nilly for the weekend if you want to.
Wow. Wait, I think I asked you this last time, but is it true that it gets really dark at like, that it doesn't get dark till like 11 or something like that?
So during the summer, yeah, it doesn't get dark until sometimes 2 a.m. Yeah. So you'll be like, doing stuff, and all of a sudden you look at the clock and it's like midnight, and you're like, wait a second, it looks like it's 8 o'clock.
Oh,
How is
wow.
it midnight? I sometimes during the summer I won't go to bed till like 3.
That's
'cause I'm
crazy.
free all night.
How long have you been in Alaska now?
A year now.
Wow, and you're loving it, obviously.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is definitely one of the best choices I ever made. And I lived in a school bus to buy a house, and I thought that was the best choice I ever made.
Really? Well, tell me a little bit about that. How was that experience?
Very exhilarating and empowering. Like, I realized that if I want to do something, I can do it. Watch some YouTube videos, get a chainsaw, and just start whacking away at some wood, and I can make a house. Like, just take it down. If you mess up, it's okay. Just go get another piece of wood.
I love that. And I know someone, I have an acquaintance who's an influencer, and her business, she got popular because she's a YouTuber. That's what she did for many, many years. But she actually hasn't been back to YouTube for about a year, because she started her own business, and her own business is all about resin. Is that how you pronounce it? Resin? So she basically takes orchids, she dries them in resin, and she makes necklaces and stuff with
I've
orchids.
seen her. Yeah, I've actually seen her stuff. It's really cool to watch her process, how she dries them out and stuff, and then paints them and
And I think that
cures
is
them.
so cool when you get out of your comfort zone, because she could have easily, I mean, she was big on YouTube. She could have easily been like, oh, I'll keep collecting the checks or whatever. But she was like, you know what? I want to do something that I'm passionate about. She started this thing that she had no idea how it was going to go, And there's so much power in putting our fears aside, or even not even putting our fears aside, just doing it even if we're fearful, right? Like, just go for it.
I have learned through the years, I'm 37, I have learned the worst thing that could happen is that you fail and you learn a lesson. Next time you're going to be even more successful, you're going to go farther, and you're going to be able to utilize that lesson that you learned. So I don't believe in any mistakes. I Bob Ross it. They're happy little accidents.
I love that. Thanks for the cherry. I love that so much. That is so true, because I believe that the universe conspires in our favor always, and everything is always happening for us and for our growth. That's just my personal belief and opinion. I love that. So Conspiracy Barbie, so what's like your goals that you have moving forward, your biggest dream? What else do you have to do?
My goal is to make generational wealth for my family. I want my kids and my kids' kids and my kids' kids to, be comfortable, and to, have a place where they will always have roots. So that's my main goal. So however I can accomplish that, that's what I'm doing. Right now, I'm working on my small in my garage resin business. I'm hoping from there I can grow into a larger one and have employees, and eventually be a household name across the United States. And then from there, my kids could do whatever they want. Because I feel like our jobs as parents is to make our kids have a better life than what we had. I want them to be set up better than I was.
100%. And so how can people reach out to you if they want a piece of your furniture?
Right now I have this account, and then I have Snapchat. Those are my 2 social medias at the moment. So my Snapchat is Conspiracy Barbie, Conspiracy Barb without the IE. If you want classes or just information, coming into my live stream and asking those questions is a great way to reach out to me. I am more than happy to research it if I don't know, to help you along in your journey. And that's not just resin work, that's like websites, that's business growth, marketing, branding, anything like that. I have almost 20 years of experience.
And I want to invite everybody right now who's connected to, first, favorite Conspiracy Barbie. Secondly, check out her streams and follow her on the other social media platforms. Let's all support each other, because I think that's just the main, that's just what feature shows should be about, right? Like just building community together and supporting each other and creating safe spaces for all of us to build community. That's the only reason why we stream, right? For human connection and community, in my opinion. So thank you so much, Conspiracy Barbie. Oh wait, do you have anything that you want to shout out before? Even though I'm gonna bring you back in a couple minutes, but do you have any shout outs right now?
Right now, the only thing I can think of is tune into Jormanji's on 4 p.m. Alaskan time, which I think is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sundays. Jormanji is a game show that I admin for that's hosted by JorDaddy, and it's a meet me friendly rendition of Jormanji. I think that's what, or is it Jormanji? I always get it confused because it's a play on her name. So sometimes I can't remember the actual name of the movie, but it's the one with the animals and they get
Oh,
sucked into the board.
Jumanji.
Yeah,
Jumanji.
yeah, there we go. George, yeah, okay. I always get it messed up because of George.
I didn't know what you were talking about for a second. I was like, what is that?
Yeah, I always get that mixed up, but that's okay. Because to me, it will always be Jormanji. And that's Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern.
It's okay. Thank you so much for that, Queen. Sorry, Conspiracy Barbie. Sorry, I was reading Queen Diva's comment. Thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna bring you back in a couple minutes, so don't go anywhere, okay? And you guys, we're in the last 8 minutes of the featured hour, but I cannot leave without saying, number one, thank you for showing up, for being here, for sharing your energy, your support, all the things. I love you guys. You guys are always showing up for me on Tuesdays, and I so appreciate you. Shout outs to every single one of you who commented. Just so you know, my comment box is always on. I never turn it off when I'm on here. So I've seen every single gift, every single comment, every single favor, and I'm so grateful and appreciative of you. So thank you so much. If you've only been here and you're a silent watcher, I also appreciate you. That's totally cool. And of course, special shout outs to Emoji J, to MC. Thank you. And special shout outs to both my guests today, Queen Diva, Conspiracy Barbie, and absolutely everyone, my new friends on here who have, asked questions, given feedback, the whole 9 years. Thank you guys. I have to share with you guys the quote of the day today, because every single Tuesday we have a quote of the day. And this quote was not even hard to find, because when I read it, it was one of the very first couple of ones that I read. And I was like, this one talks to me. This one speaks to me. Thank you, Ken, for the favor. So this quote says, the moment you accept yourself, you grow. Woo! The moment you accept yourself, you grow. Tú eres un aburrido, mi amor. Chao. Sorry, guys. I love when people just, say something in Spanish and they think I don't understand. But anyways, the moment you accept yourself, you grow. And I love that so much, because yes, it ties so well with the guest. I agree, best friend. It is, I don't know. I mean, it speaks for itself. I believe wholeheartedly that without accepting ourselves, there's no growth. And that's it, But thank you guys for being here. I'm going to invite both my guests back in the guest box for final thoughts, comments, and I want to invite Queen Diva to sing if she's up for it. So let's see. Welcome back, both my guests, Queen Diva and Conspiracy Barbie. Queen Diva, is it she, her, they? I'm sorry. I always get that confused.
It's she. You had it right, darling.
Okay, cool. All right. Where's Conspiracy Barbie? Okay, there she is. Perfect.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
So Queen Diva, so before we go to you and your singing, because I want you to close the show, okay? I want to ask you, each of you guys, what is one thing you can own up about yourself that truly helps you accept yourself?
One thing I can say I own up is to my genuine heart towards people. Like, honestly, I think I have a big heart. I am the kind of person that can be your best friend and, be there for you. And then, but at the end of the day, don't, backstab me or cross me, because then that defines, I don't like to be mean. I don't like to get out of character. That, just, I say, just being my kind heart towards people and how, so.
I love that. Conspiracy Barbie.
My ability to plan extensively and roll with the punches as stuff fails. So I'm pretty good at figuring stuff out and problem solving. And that's something I've had to really learn to accept about myself.
Can I hire you? Can I hire you to be one of my admins for my shows when I bring them up or something? Because
Possibly. Depends on my time. I'm going into winter here soon, and I'm going to be mostly focusing on my business and live streaming. So if I have time, definitely Diva.
most definitely.
You guys knew each other, right?
I think yes. I did. I have done Jormanji plenty of times, and I ran across her. I just never. I'm like, I knew I had her favorite at one point. I'm like, I can't find her because she also let me the.
So,
Oh yeah, so this is a new account, everybody, because I'm an irresponsible adult and I don't have access to my email anymore, and I broke my phone. So
okay, because the same thing happened to me. I know you. I'm not crazy, but then I went to favor it, like I hadn't favored you, and I had to refavorite you today, and I was like, that's weird.
Yeah, because I was thinking the same thing. Because when I saw her in the chat, and I'm like, wait, I know who she is. I'm like.
yeah, it feels weird. I don't have a ring around my name or anything, but it's like a Easter egg hunt every day. I get to go on the FYP and find people that I used to know. I'm like, oh, I know this one. Let's go in there.
That's cool. Well, you're probably in the newbie section, which is good. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, true. Very true.
I love that. Well, I just want to say thank you both for being here today. And we're going to go ahead and close the show with Queen Diva's beautiful singing voice. But thank you guys for being here, your energy. You're all amazing. Go favor my guests and enjoy the show.
So,
I will hop out. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Queen Diva.
I will be here.
Sorry, Conspiracy Barbie.
so I couldn't figure out what song to say because both songs that I picked, they tie in with the topic. But the song I did pick is Memory, and I don't know if guys know, but that is a musical from Cat. It's one of the songs from Cats, and so hope you guys enjoy this. Smiling alone in the lamplight, Lord, suddenly thought there might be in the wind we give so long memory alone in the moonlight. I can dream of the old days. Every tree there seems to be daylight, I will wait for the sunrise. I will think of a moonlight, and I wasn't you there when I come to
Bravo!
Like I said, I couldn't figure out what songs to pick because it was this song and then "Wind Beneath My Wings," and I was like, I got this one already pulled up, so I'm just gonna do this one. So
That was perfect. It was beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Queen Diva. Thank you for always being such a friend of ONET and being willing to be on the show and share your stories, your updates. And I always wish you nothing but the best. Continue to inspire, my love. You're amazing. Thank you for being here today.
bye bye.
Everybody go favor Queen Diva, okay? And you guys, I'm gonna do a couple of course, thank you, Conspiracy Barbie. I appreciate you being here too. Thank you, thank you, thank you always. And before